Hey there, boaters. I'm Captain Stacy Hanrahan, and welcome to Friday's episode of Boaters TV. First up, our Captain's Caption photo was provided by PJ Fetcher. We'll reveal the caption of the day at the end of the show. Next up in Nautical Know-How, understanding weather maps in our blue water sailing segment. You may know that on a weather map, the H stands for high pressure system and the L stands for low pressure system. But do you know what all those other lines and symbols mean? No, and who cares, you might be saying? Well, Blue Water Sailing's Bill Biwinga explains why understanding weather maps can be the difference between smooth sailing and stumbling into a place you really don't want to be. High-pressure systems are typified by cold, dry, sinking air, while low-pressure systems are typified by warm, moist, rising air. Since cold air is denser than warm air, it sinks, which creates a higher pressure at the Earth's surface. The 3 or 4 digit number under the H or L on a map tells you the relative strength of the system in millibars of pressure. When the center pressure of the low is exceptionally low, for example 980 millibars, you can expect a strong low pressure system. All those swirling lines on a surface pressure map are isobars. Isobars tell us how quickly the pressure changes. The closer the isobars are together, the quicker the pressure changes, and therefore the stronger the wind will be in that particular area. Other lines you may have noticed on a weather map indicate frontal boundaries: warm, cold, occluded, and stationary fronts. A front is simply where 2 different air masses come in contact with each other. So understanding the symbols on a weather map will give you information on where there is no wind and what areas are experiencing very strong winds. 2 areas where you can find light wind are in the centers of high pressure systems and along ridge lines that might exist between a couple of high pressure areas. You'll find areas of high winds where isobars are compressed. I've only touched the surface of Bill's weather map reading explanation, so to learn more, go to www.bwsailing.com. Now it's time for our Boat Test Reports feature of the week, where we'll take a look at the Cabrio 370 Daycruiser from Larson.
After extensive customer surveys, Larson discovered that many owners of express cruisers are looking for greater entertaining space in the cabin. By eliminating the master suite and expanding the salon, Larson is changing the way we look at boating. Transitioning from the bow to the cockpit is aided by molded helm steps and stainless steel handrails. The yacht's triple-tiered dash shows analog gauges on top, navigation panels and switches in the middle, and ship's controls on the bottom. This format is intuitive and simplifies piloting. The back of the 370 is fitted with 2 swim platforms. The lower extended unit comes as standard equipment, while the upper section is molded into the deck. The yacht's nautical-themed interior is reminiscent of a cruise ship's lounge, with a lavish circular sofa and stunning wood trim. An inlaid table takes center stage in the salon and is power adjustable for when you want to convert the area into a berth. Although the 370's galley is compact, it has everything needed for extended cruising. I was also glad to see Larson install a full-size refrigerator and freezer, since you can never have enough cold storage on board. Equally impressive is the yacht's head compartment. The vanity features European fixtures and a glass sink that's set on a granite top. A separate shower stall with an acrylic door adds to the boat's luxury features. Now, if your guests plan on spending the night, a small berth is available in the boat's aft cabin. Now, all of this extravagance weighs in at 16,800 pounds. And measures 36 feet 11 inches long with a beam of 13 feet. The yacht certified hull runs on a modified V-bottom and will need 40 inches of water to clear the big Nibral propellers. Our prototype test boat, equipped with a pair of 380 horsepower Mare Cruisers, topped out at 36.7 miles per hour, turning 5,000 RPM with the digital throttles at wide open. Cruise speed was a pleasurable 26.5 miles per hour, and gave us a total range of 371 miles per tankful.
Thanks to BoatTEST for that report. To see more of the Larson Cabrio 370 Daycruiser, you can cruise on over to BoatTEST website at www.boattest.com. Next in Just for the Haul of It, have you seen these? If you haven't seen these pictures yet, pull up a chair. If you have, take another look. I must warn you though, for boat owners, viewer discretion is advised. The slideshow of images begins with some hope. A 48-foot SeaRay sedan bridge is beached on Harbor Island in the Bahamas. The owner calls a salvage company after striking a reef. But salvers discover her hull is gutted and she is declared a total loss. So they call in a massive excavator tractor. Make that 2 massive excavator tractors. You may want to avert your eyes now. Goodbye, swim platform. Goodbye, port bulkhead. Let us pause for a moment of silence. For weeks, these photos traveled the internet and boaters questioned whether they were genuine or not. The folks at Mad Mariner knew the wreck was real because they had interviewed people who saw it, but are the photos real? To find out, they asked an imaging scientist who concluded the gruesome pictures of this poor boat's death are indeed genuine. And now it's time for this week's Best Bet in Boating Blogs. Every Friday I'll be briefly highlighting a blog that we're betting you, the boating viewer, may be interested in checking out. This week we're reading Navigear, the gear and gadgets blog for cruisers. Navigear is published by Aaron Tinling. He's a software user interface designer and self-proclaimed boat geek. The blog's managing editor is Tim Flanagan, a lifelong boater. If you're looking for information and reviews on the coolest, newest gear for your vessel, look no further. Aaron and Tim not only write about interesting products, but from time to time they also post video demonstrations. Check it out at www.navigear.com. And finally today, the captain's caption of the day is, "Oh my God, am I actually supposed to get excited? Doesn't he know that size does matter?" Submitted by Beach Girl. And that'll do it for this episode of the Boaters TV. See you back here on Monday.